Hi, welcome back. This is mini concert number 119. First up tonight, we got a song by a fellow Mainer by the name of David Mallet. This one's dedicated to the Maryfield Garden Center. Inch by inch and row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe, piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch and row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below, till the rains come tumbling down. Planting weeds and picking stones, man is made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own, the time is close at hand. Praying for grain and sun and rain, make your way in nature's chain. Tune your body and your brain to the music from the land. Inch by inch and row by row, I'm gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe, piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch and row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below, till the rains come tumbling down. Plant your rows straight and long, temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will keep you strong if you give her love and care. An old crow watching hungrily from his perch in yonder tree. How I wish I could be free like that feathered thief up there. Inch by inch and row by row, I'm gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe, piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch and row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below, till the rains come tumbling down. That's the garden song by David Mallet. Next up is an original. This one was inspired by Beverly Brown, my birth mom. Well, he didn't know his mom or daddy's name, and he didn't even know from where he came. He said he was from Illinois, a bright-eyed bouncing baby boy. He kept right on trucking just the same. Well, he's so lucky to be alive today, 'cause his mama acted in the bravest way. Though she gave him up when he was small, he really had no choice at all. He kept right on trucking every day. Well, he didn't know his mom or daddy's name, and he didn't even know from where he came. They said he was from Illinois, a bright-eyed bouncing baby boy. He kept right on trucking just the same. Well, he wasn't in a place where he could stay, so the doc arranged for him to go away. He headed westward on the train to a brand new family and a brand new name. He kept right on trucking every day. His daddy's kinfolk came from old Quebec, and his mama's family walked the Mayflower deck. Well, they lived their lives and they moved around, and they settled in Augusta town. That is where he's from, and you can check. Well, he finally knows his mom and daddy's name, and he even knows the place from where he came. He's a brother, sister, many cousins, lots of family by the dozens. He keeps right on trucking every day. Well, he didn't know his mom or daddy's name, and he didn't even know from where he came. So if you got troubles in your life, sadness, sickness, grief, or strife, you gotta keep on trucking anyway. Yeah, you gotta keep on trucking anyway. So that's Beverly's song. Next up is a 1960s anti-war song. One of the weirdest ones I've ever heard, but it's a pretty song. Listen, children, to the story that was written long ago about a kingdom on a mountain and the valley folk below. On the mountain was a treasure buried deep beneath a stone, and the valley people swore they'd have it for their very own. Go ahead and hate your neighbor, go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven, you can justify it in the end. Won't be any trumpets blowing on the judgment day, but on the bloody morning after, 110 soldier rides away. So the people of the valley sent a message up the hill, asking for the buried treasure, tons of gold for which they'd kill. Came an answer from the kingdom, with our brothers we will share all the riches of our mountain, all the treasure buried there. Go ahead and hate your neighbor, go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven, you can justify it in the end. Won't be any trumpets blowing on the judgment day, but on the bloody morning after, 110 soldier rides away. Well, then the valley rose with anger. Mount your horses, draw your swords, and they killed the mountain people, so they won their just reward. Then they stood beside the treasure on the mountain, dark and red, turned the stone and looked beneath it. Peace on earth was all it said. Go ahead and hate your neighbor, go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven, you can justify it in the end. Won't be any trumpets blowing on the judgment day, but on the bloody morning after, 110 soldier rides away. So that's 110 soldier. Next up is a an old favorite done by a lot of people. This one is kind of a little bit modeled after the Johnny Cash version. Frankie and Johnny were lovers. Lordy, how they could love. Swore to be true to each other, just as true as the stars above. If he was her man, he wouldn't do her wrong. Frankie went down to the barroom just for a bucket of beer, and she said to the fat bartender, "Has my ever-loving man been here? You know he's my man. He wouldn't do me wrong. Ain't gonna tell you no stories, ain't gonna tell you no lies. But Johnny left here about an hour ago with a girl named Nellie Bly. If he is your man, he might be doing you wrong." So Frankie looked over the transom, much to her surprise. There on the couch sat Johnny, making love with Nellie Bly. Well, he was her man, he was doing her wrong. Frankie pulled back her kimono, pulled out a .44. Rudy toot-toot, 3 times she'd shoot right through that hardwood door. She shot her man when he was doing her wrong. Bring out the rubber tire buggy, bring out the rubber tire hat. She's taking her man to the graveyard, he's not coming back, 'cause he was doing her wrong. Here come 1,000 policemen coming after me. Gonna put me down in a dungeon cell, throw away the key 'cause I shot my man when he did me wrong. Well, Frankie, she said to the warden, "What do you think they'll do?" The warden said to Frankie, "It's the electric chair for you 'cause you shot your man when he did you wrong." Frankie escaped in the laundry, went down to Tennessee, kept her secret for many years, then she confessed to me that she shot her man 'cause he did her wrong. Frankie and Johnny were lovers, Lordy, how they could love. They swore to be true to each other, as true as the stars above. But he was her man nearly all the time. That's Frankie and Johnny. It's a pretty old song. It's older than you think. It's over 100 years. Let's see. Next up, and last song for tonight will be a Randy Travis song. This is dedicated to the first responders. Whenever, especially through COVID, but really all year long, through everything. You cannot walk away, when you have to stand up straight and tall, mean the words you say. There is a point you must decide, just to do it 'cause it's right. That's when you become a point of light. There is a darkness that everyone must face, wants to take what's good and fair and lay it all to waste. And that darkness covers everything in sight until it meets a single point of light. All it takes is a point of light, a ray of hope in the darkest night. If you see what's wrong and you try to make it right, you will be a point of light. There are heroes whose names we never hear, a dedicated army save the land, reaching out to help their fellow man. And there are dreamers who are making dreams come true, taking time to teach the children there's nothing they can't do. Giving shelter to the homeless, giving hope to those without. Isn't that what this land's all about? One by one, from the mountains to the sea, points of light out to you and me. All it takes is a point of light, a ray of hope in the darkest night. If you see what's wrong and you try to make it right, you will be a point of light. If you see what's wrong and you try to make it right, you will be a single point of light. So that's Randy Travis's A Point of Light. That's mini concert 119. I hope to see you next week for number 120.